So we are out here at Cape Disappointment, and that behind us is the Cape Disappointment Lighthouse. What's key about Cape Disappointment is Lewis and Clark came out, staying with the Lewis and Clark theme. They came out here looking for another way out to the ocean. They found it, but it ended right here. In the late 1700s, Cape Disappointment was actually charted and named by a British captain. His name was Mears, which they named a lighthouse, which is the shortest lighthouse on the west coast down in Oregon. But he named Cape Disappointment because he was looking for the Columbia River and thought that this cape was just a little bay and sailed right past the Columbia. So this is the mouth of the Columbia River right here. So Cape Disappointment Lighthouse is actually still operational, and it is run by the U.S. Coast Guard. In fact, that little building there is the Coast Guard lookout station, and that bar behind it is actually the Columbia River bar. And if you go just to that side, you're actually in the Columbia you'll notice it looked kind of like this. As with everything on the West Coast, back in World War II, they built this. This is called Fort Canby, and it was a coastal artillery battery also. Now it's Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center. So yeah, Fort Canby right there, and that's one of the kind of places.
So this one is sort of just like the one by Fort Stevens, except for this one has two, looks like officer quarters that has fireplaces.
Yeah, so we're recording down here by Fort Canby. The Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center is right up there, and this is it's built right on top of the fort, so pretty cool. This was manned in the Second World War, just like Fort Stevens was. Same exact mission. Basically, they were both aimed into the mouth of the Columbia River just to keep things from coming up the Columbia. So this Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center is one of the best that I've seen. It's really great, and the way they've got it set up is you start in St. Louis, and then you take the 3,000-mile journey with Lewis and Clark, and they do it as a timeline, ultimately ending up here. Well, actually, ultimately ending up at Fort Clatsop, and then heading down toward Mount Jefferson in Central Oregon and heading home. What I learned about the Corps of Discovery today was that they actually came here before they went to Fort Clatsop. Well, they made Fort Clatsop, but they came here first and ended up going back inland up the Columbia a little bit to Dismal Niche, where they absolutely had an awful time. They crossed the river and ended up wintering at Fort Clatsop. So, but so far as an interpretive center goes, if you're ever out here in the Northern Oregon coast, Southwest Washington, out here on the beach in Ilwaco, Washington, you owe it to yourself to come out here to this Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center, because it's fantastic. And the artifacts they have of Sergeant Gass and of the Corps of Discovery, phenomenal. So I would definitely take a little bit of your time and drive all the way out here, and it's worth it.